What is gender inequality? Gender inequality is the idea and situation that women and men are not equal.
The World Economic Forum published a report recently that says the United States finishes far from the top of the list when it comes to gender equality. According to the report, women fared best in Iceland, Finland, Norway, and Sweden. American women finished 23rd on the list of 136 countries. For more perspective, earlier I spoke with Kathleen Gerson. She's a sociology professor at New York University and the author of a book about gender and family titled The Unfinished Revolution.
In the United States, women earn 79 cents for every dollar a man makes. In most cases, both men and women have equal work but unequal pay. Gender has a big role in the workplace, so in most cases your gender decides your pay. Women in leadership roles. 1 woman for every 7 men in top leadership roles at California's largest firms. Research has found in terms of women in leadership positions, in 2009 only 24% of CEOs in the US were women, and they earned 74.5% as much as male CEOs. The reason for lack of women in leadership roles is because they are looked as weak and too emotional to be in a powerful position. In most studies, it shows that women have a higher rate of unemployment because of their gender. Women comprise 47% of the total U.S. labor force. Nearly 58% of all adult women were in paid employment compared to only 24% in the 1950s. I interviewed Catherine Morgan, who works for Opportunity International. The first question I asked Catherine was, how do you feel about gender inequality? She said gender inequality is very important because it's everywhere, and because it's everywhere, it affects everything that we do. So another question I asked Catherine was, how do you feel about gender inequality being talked about? And so Catherine said she feels as if it's invisible and people think that we have sorted the problem, but we haven't, and so she thinks the way we talked about it is wrong. And the final question I asked Catherine was, how can we solve this problem? And she said, talk about the issue, have an open mind and a fair conversation between both sides, and let the voice of each side be heard and don't be biased.